Hello trainees, today we are going to learn about woodwork technique on how to make common dovetail joint. Before we start, let's understand what dovetail joint is. The dovetail joint is considered as one of the strongest joint in woodworking. When the joints are assembled, it cannot be twisted or wrecked. This makes it very difficult to blow the joint apart and virtually impossible when it is glued. This type of joint is used in the construction of boxes, drawer, cabinets, etc. where the strength is required. The objective of this video is to make you able to mark and make the common dovetail joint at the end of the exercise. So let's begin. Before we begin with the making of common dovetail joint, let us first have the tools ready in hand. The tools which we need to have it ready are marking knife, steel rule, measuring tape, pencil, tri-square, cross-cut saw, bevel edge chisel, mallet, vise or bench vise, jack plane. Let's start. Let's begin by taking two wooden pieces. Cut and trim them to the required size. Step 1. The first stage is to mark out and cut the tail. Place one piece of wood vertically on top of the another as shown here. Draw a line on the horizontal piece A that makes the thickness of the vertical piece B. Now use the marking knife or the marker pencil to mark the dovetail. Step 2. Repeat the same procedure for wooden piece B as done for wooden piece A. Place wooden piece A vertically on top of wooden piece B as shown here and mark the line with the marker pencil. Step 3. Now take the wooden piece A and using a tri-square, let's draw two lines of same thickness marked previously, placing one after the another. Name them 1, 2 and 3. Now using a tri-square, mark an outline at a distance of half the thickness in the first part, that is, in number 1. Let the lines be marked all around the part. Repeat the same marking of 3 equal parts on the other side of the piece A as well. Using a tri-square, mark an outline at a distance of half the thickness in the first part 1. Now divide the line into 6 equal parts, starting and ending with a 1/12th part of distance from the edge. Step 4. Divide the 3 equal horizontal lines into 3 equal parts. Mark the 3 equal points with a pencil. Extend the line straight to the top end grain from the points as marked. Let's now draw sloping lines with a pencil. Join the end of the point as shown from the respective points. Shade the areas which need to be chipped or cut off. Step 5. Fix the piece A vertically in the vise or the bench vise. Cut the shaded area or the walls of the dovetail pin using a tenon saw. Saw on the waist side of the marking cut line. Saw perpendicularly to the sides of the piece and up to the gauge line. Remember to cut a little away from the line so that you can finish off neatly with a chisel later. Chisel out the waist of dovetail spin with bevel edge chisel or firmer chisel. Cut out small pieces of waste until gauge line is reached. Repeat the procedure for the other dovetail pins also. If necessary, clean the dovetail with chisel and mallet. Now the pin is ready. Now let's look at the procedure to prepare the socket. Marking out the socket is the second part of the joint. Step 1. Clamp the second wood piece number B onto the vise. Place the pin members of dovetail A to rest on the socket piece end side as shown. Hold the dovetail pin in the left hand and with the right hand mark out the profile of the dovetail with a scriber or a marker pencil on the socket piece B. Once the marking is done, use a pencil and tri-square to mark straight lines aligned with the dovetail marks. Draw a series of strips to differentiate the waste wood that needs to be cut off. Clamp out the wood piece and cut off the waste wood with a coping saw. Step 2. Clean the dovetail with chisel and mallet until you have smooth finish. It should look like this when you're done. Now fix the two dovetail A and B as worked with the help of a mallet. If the fit is tight, trim it with a bevel edge chisel and remove excess material. After it is perfectly fit, use a tri-square to check whether the pieces are at 90 degrees with each other. Now you have the common dovetail made ready. Let's quickly recap. In this video, we have learned how to make a common dovetail joint and also the simple technique to make it. Hope you have understood everything taught in this session. See you in another video. Thank you and goodbye until then.